How you doing? I'm Leo with the Remodeling Calculator, and in this video we'll discuss kitchen remodeling costs. So if you're shopping for a new kitchen, and whether you're doing research, maybe you already got some quotes, and you just want to know if you're getting a fair price, what's the average price in your market, if the quotes you got, if they're way too high or if they're way too low, maybe they're on par with other contractors. If you want to know how much new kitchen costs, whether you want to do cabinets or the countertops, maybe some new sinks, new kitchen appliances, all of that, we've actually made a kitchen remodeling calculator, an online tool that is completely free, and you can just go to our website. We'll have a link somewhere over here and in the description below, and you can just go there, and within basically a few seconds, maybe a minute at the most, you can calculate the cost of a new kitchen remodel. You can select multiple items: kitchen cabinets, countertops, sinks, even new floors, appliances, all of that good stuff. And you can click a calculate button and get 3 prices instantly. All right, you don't need to call people, you don't need to fill out the email and wait 3 days to get a quote. You will get real location based, so it's location based, so we'll know the state you're from and we'll adjust the price for your region. So if you're in Texas, you'll get one price. If you're in New York, you'll get another price. If you're in California, oh, that's the most expensive. You can select the size of your kitchen, how many cabinets you want, the length of the cabinets, the size of the countertops, the quality of materials. If you want to install flooring, just enter the square footage, new kitchen tile and all that good stuff. Just click the calculate, you'll get a low end, mid-range and high-end prices, all within seconds. And if you need a quote, you can just fill out a little form, and that's it. So in this video, I'll show you exactly how to use that calculator and how to get the best prices on a kitchen remodel and what is a fair market price for a new kitchen. So let's begin. All right, so here's our kitchen calculator, and as you can see, it is geolocation based, and what that means is based on where you live, the state where you live, it will adjust the pricing to the level in your area. So for example, in Massachusetts, if we do a quick calculation just with the basic settings, our mid-range price would be $8,500, and if we set the state to Texas, for the same settings, it's $6,600. So almost $2,000 difference just based on where you live. California, it's going to be in the range of $9,000. So calculate, yeah, $9,300. So prices, regional prices matter a lot. Cost of living in Texas is a lot lower than in Massachusetts or California, and everything is cheaper there. We take that into account when our calculator produces all the prices. By default, it is set for the industry standard 10 by 10 kitchen. And what that means is that you have 2 walls with cabinets and countertops. And so the length of each wall is 10 feet. That's how most kitchen cabinet suppliers price their cabinets, and that's why we use that number. Okay, so exactly what the cabinet length means is linear feet of cabinets calculated at the back of the wall. So this takes into account a corner, okay, because if you calculate the front of a 10 by 10 kitchen, you get 8 feet by 8 feet, and that's 4 feet short of what it actually is, because you need a cabinet in the center, in the corner, and usually it's some kind of lazy Susan. And the same thing goes for countertops. You have that 4 square feet in the corner that you still need countertops for. Measure your kitchen if it's a straight run, which is rare. Just use however many feet of cabinets you want to install there. And this is a combination. Like if you only install 1 foot wide cabinets, it's going to be more expensive than if you mostly do like 36-inch cabinets, and then like a couple of 24-inch and maybe one 12-inch cabinet. Cabinets include base cabinets, which are on the bottom under the countertops, and also the top cabinets. So that's the cabinets part. Next we have countertop size. So these 2 variables, they don't automatically calculate based on linear footage, so you have to enter this yourself. If you have an L-shaped kitchen, so you multiply the cabinet length by 2 and subtract 4 square feet, and that's how you get your average countertop size. Okay, so next we move on to cabinets. We have 3 types of cabinets. Basic, and that would be your either particle board walls or 1/2 inch 3/8 plywood. Next one is better, would be like usually 3/4 inch of so plywood, so it's a lot stronger than 1/2 inch or 3/8 of an inch, but it's still, the doors and the frame on the front is not such a high quality. It's usually MDF, compressed cardboard that's painted. And then if you choose best, that would be like poplar or other hardwood door frames, just really nice build quality. In most cases, you should probably select better, but again, like if you're calculating this for a rental, you probably don't want to put super expensive cabinets in there. We also have refacing. There's not much variance in refacing quality, so there's not much variance in refacing price. Okay, next item is kitchen fixtures. This is your sinks, faucets, garbage disposal, maybe a water filter faucet, soap dispenser. You can have basic, better and premium. And so premium would be like some high-end Moen with like motion sensor and a really high quality garbage disposal, a high quality sink, like a farmhouse sink or a deep double, stainless sink. And better would be like your standard stainless sink, undermount, and basic would be top mount, like not so good sink, and so on. So we skipped countertops. You have a standard selection of countertops. Most people do go with granite, and I think granite is a great choice. I personally myself have granite countertops. I actually made a video how we chose our granite countertops. We actually went to our installer, and they only had like small squares to choose from, and like you can't really judge a color unless you get very basic color in granite. You can't judge from the premium colors, and they can only have so many samples. So what we did, they sent us to MSI, which is a big wholesale supplier of granite and quartz and other countertop slabs. So we went over there and we found this beautiful Netune Bordeaux countertop. I made a video about that, and actually it's got quite a few views. So I'll link that in the description below. So you can basically choose whatever countertop you like. And the wood is basically your butcher block. Quartz and Korean style stone, they're kind of the same thing, only Korean and style stone are brand names, so you pay a little bit more for them, versus no-name quartz, like for example Home Depot quartz or IKEA. They're not Korean or style stone, but they're pretty much the same quality. It's really high quality material, but you don't get that natural look of granite that you get in quartz. Laminate, unless it's like a low-end rental, I wouldn't recommend laminate. They just look terrible. Butcher block and stainless and eco, those are super rare and very expensive. And then you have some extra options. So you have an option for a backsplash, and this is your like 2-3 feet of tile between the countertop and the bottom of your top cabinets. The way it's calculated, it calculates backsplash for the whole length of your cabinets. So if you have 20 feet of cabinets, then you will have 20 feet of backsplash. Kitchen size and ceiling height, that's primarily for new kitchen floors and potentially painting walls. Just enter your dimensions if you want to paint them. Even if you enter something in the dimensions and ceiling height, but you select don't paint walls and don't install kitchen floors, it will not affect your price. It's not going to include those items. So it's only if you say yes here and choose your kitchen floor type. Tile is the most common. And next, last item is appliances. In my opinion, it is ideal to have the kitchen remodeler also install appliance. Now, it's not as critical, for example, for the fridge. You just roll the fridge in. But for example, for a dishwasher, I think it's very critical, because if the installer does not do the dishwasher, they will just set standard 2 feet between the cabinet on the right and the cabinet on the left of the dishwasher space, dishwasher opening. And then like a guy who installs the dishwasher will come in and like, what if it's 1/4 inch too short? He's not going to be able to move the counter. It's going to be such a huge production. So it's ideal that you have the kitchen installer also do your appliances. Usually the way it works, you just tell them, okay, here are the appliances, like for example, Home Depot, Best Buy, Lowe's, like buy this and install them. And they just basically charge for installation, because delivery is usually free from those places. And most of the installation goes into the dishwasher, potentially a range hood above your stove, especially if you get like a range hood with a built-in microwave. Those are kind of expensive, and like you need to connect the exhaust, you need to connect the electrical. That will cost a little bit extra. So if you want to deal with the appliances yourself, just select none. And if you select like one of these appliances, so basic is like the cheapest package, probably you can buy it for like $1,500 for a set of a range and a fridge and a dishwasher. Won't probably include the range hood. Now mid-range is your stainless steel $2,200 package. Premium would be a fridge with an ice maker, really nice stainless steel top. Range, better appliances. So premium built-in are fairly expensive, and they would be installed like inside the cabinet. You would have like your microwave and your oven built in, and it's really nice. Or maybe it will include a built-in induction cooktop. And so ultra premium is like your sub-zero fridge that costs like $7,000 to $10,000. Chef's special, super nice, extra wide range stove. That package is very expensive. Very few people get it, but I actually know a couple of people who have it. This is it. You calculate, and you get 3 different prices: low end, mid range, and high end. Basically, this tells you what kind of contractor you're dealing with. A low end doesn't mean bad contractor or bad work. It's usually contractors that just entered business, only a couple of years in business. They maybe worked for somebody else before. They have some experience, but they don't have a name. They don't have many references, so they charge less just to get the work and build up their reputation. So the mid-range is probably my preferred, although I do like to pay less. But usually it's a contractor that's been in business for 10 years. They're still not at the level where they can like get complacent with their work and like, oh, I have so much work, I don't care, I'm just only charging a lot of money. you know, they're reasonable and yet usually do good quality work. And then high-end is somebody with a good reputation, or they've been in business so many years, they have so many references, people just refer their friends to them, and they can pick and choose and charge high dollar. High price doesn't always mean good quality, and low price doesn't always mean bad quality. From my experience, somewhere in the middle is usually the best combination of price and quality. So you can just play with these settings, adjust it to your needs, and then if you don't have quotes yet, you can just enter your zip code and fill out a quick form and get local quotes from contractors in your area if there is coverage. Thank you for watching. I hope this calculator will be useful for you, and I will link it in a video somewhere over here, either here or there, and in the description below. So please click like button if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel. We are publishing a lot more videos. We have over 30 calculators on our website, and we're making videos for all of them. So they will be coming up. So subscribe if you want to see more of these videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.